I don't know what level. I don't know what level the Pakistanis will fall to after this. Syed Pirzada, you also should be concerned.
Okay, I think, look, cut out. You see, cut out this rhetoric.
No, I'm not. There's no rhetoric. It's a fact.
That's what your army says.
No, please.
Oh, no, it is also a fact.
For God's sake.
No, I was talking to General. Let me complete my argument. I want to convey a message to General. Please give me an opportunity to convey that message. Look, it is in the interest of both the nation to live in peace, and it is in the interest of interest of India to have a stable Pakistan. Believe you me,
please.
That if Pakistan is not there, then you will be your borders will not be secure.
You know, Pakistan is not the spoiled child of the world that we should be responsible for you. You need to behave like a responsible nation for once.
If you're not getting the point,
I've got the point.
Look, if you are not getting the point, you are not.
I've got the point, and let me tell you, like after 26/11, let me tell you, Admiral, once more Pakistan tries this, the patience of our great nation will be tested once and for all. You have no idea about the sentiment of the people in this country here today. Enough of this, candy floss cricket diplomacy. Once more this happens,
believe
Maruf,
me, you are not.
Maruf, if this happens again, won't it be testing the patience of our people?
I think General understands my point of view.
No, I too do.
In the interest of both the nation. I think you don't understand.
Well, fine.
I can assure you don't understand.
I'm sure General does. I do, and I don't think there is any divergence in our view. Don't try that, Maruf.
No. You are similarly. There is no diversion in our view also.
Sir, let me please make two quick points. One is that it's very clearly established from this debate that the purpose of escalating tension on the LOC is to draw the attention back on the Kashmir issue, which remains the binding force for Pakistanis, without which you will be rudderless in your sea. The second point which I want to bring, and let me complete that with the kind of trust deficit that is again established between the two of us, I don't know why the governments in Delhi and Islamabad are trying to have peace talks before resolving this trust deficit, because this peace talks or cricket diplomacy or trade diplomacy or Bollywood diplomacy is not going to get us anywhere. I think we have to go back to the drawing board once again to address two crucial issues for India and Pakistan. And let us not in future reduce our debates into such puerile discussions where we bring out 1,000 years of history, because we can also throw some of that back to you.
Or an incident which is confirmed by only one side.
To my guests in Islamabad,
or an issue which is confirmed by one side only.
To my guest in Islamabad, would an apology be asking for too much? From the Pakistani government, the Pakistani
You'll never
army.
get it, Ornab. You'll never get it.
I'm asking my guests in Pakistan.
Apology for what?
Apology for beheading Indian soldiers on Indian territory.
Even an admission will be an achievement.
There should be.
Arnab, it can't be apology alone.
No, I'm asking the guests in Islam.
There should be responsibility. Then responsibility has to be fixed. Once apology comes,
well, then
they realize then the responsibility has to be fixed. Okay. So you will not get the apology.
Look, you see,
they'll say we haven't done it.
The apology can only be done if it is established by a neutral body that this has happened.
Yeah, so
you are only going on what Indian army is saying. We don't have any trust in Indian army.
I think there is only one. One sec. My question was to our guests in Islamabad. To our guests in Islamabad. To our guests in Islamabad, please. Yes, please.
Look, if you are saying you have to establish it, if you are giving your own facts and figure, I think they are questionable. And if something has been established, definitely one has to follow the what we call it humane or civilized manner. The way you have initiated this talk and the way you are trying to put all of us and the dialogue where it has been going, I'm sorry to say it is not a way to establish something. If you say that something has happened, Government of India, Indian Army has this point of view, yes, come out across the point. We try to analyze it and try to make an appropriate suggestion or comment. As KP very rightly pointed out earlier, that we should focus on the issue rather than just shouting on each other.
The issue
and I think the way you have initiated the debate, my dear, you are not interested to have something. You wanted to ignite the situation so that it should be further.
And what did Professor
jingoism,
Professor Jafar Jaspal, please be careful in what you are saying. If I am being jingoistic, then I want to ask you.
Careful.
1 minute,
I'm
1
very
minute,
responsibly
1
saying-
minute.
I'm
Ask yourself.
saying because you are not acting responsibly.
Ask yourself what those Pakistani
I'm
cowards
asking.
were.
I'm
Those
saying
cowards
the same
from
thing.
your nation who
No,
who came and beheaded an Indian soldier.
Sometimes you say, no, come on. You said that this is the point. I said, yes, if it has been done, it is wrong.
Really?
But if you start saying it is correct, that we have to test the figure. How I accept what are you saying? And since 1 hour, the way you are behaving, the way you are putting across the question, I think your own credibility is at stake.
You are simply extremely uncomfortable. That's all right. But I wish you had accepted the reality.
The way you are behaving, I'm uncomfortable.
I wish you and Syed Pirzada had accepted the reality.
I'm not used to like this kind of a dialogue.
I wish you had accepted the reality.
I'm not used to like this kind of a dialogue. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm not used to like this kind of a dialogue.
That's all right. But Professor,
just going on.
But Professor, the fact is, I don't know if you'll be okay with Pakistani soldiers getting beheaded and mutilated on a daily basis.
I will be the same.
Really?
I will be, of course, I will raise the issue. I will first judge it. I will go it. As I said very in the beginning, I'm saying now, if something has happened, inhumane brutality is not encouraged. But at the same time,
why didn't either of you answer my question? Both my guests in Islamabad, I'm asking you.
I answered
when
your
I
question.
asked you the question on Baluchistan,
you want your answer
when
by
Syed Pirzada said, last question, when Syed Pirzada said, to Syed Pirzada, my question is usually he answers straight. But today he has dodged the question because when I asked him about Baluchistan, you said when a situation lingers, things like this happen.
Let's frame the question.
Baluchistan has lingered.
Frame the question.
If the Baluchis go ahead, behead your soldiers repeatedly, will you say that is normal? Tell me that you will say that it's normal.
No.
Why?
Let me answer that question. Let me answer that question. You are actually sight-racking on
I am not.
Kashmir, and
You know I'm not.
And that's nerve-wracking for you.
It may be nerve-wracking for you. It was a question for me.
You are keeping the issue unresolved. You are trying to tell that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was a liar.
Sir, you have no
or he
answer
made
on
a
the Baluchistan
mistake
question.
when he signed the, that resolution. Come on.
Sir, you have no
guys
answer on
are
the
ignoring
Baluchistan.
the issue of Kashmir. It's not an integral part of India. It's a disputed territory. And you will have more clashes in future if you don't resolve it sooner than later.
I don't know why you give them so much of airtime. I don't know why you give them so much of airtime on Indian channels. Their facts are completely misplaced.
Oh, you have...
To my guest in
Islamabad. You have given us a lecture.
To my guest in Islamabad, to my guest in Lahore,
Sure.
and New Delhi and Chandigarh this evening, we'll follow the story. It's also important for the Indian government to hear this and to make the Pakistanis answerable. We'll follow that with the Indian government as well. Gentlemen, I thank you very much.
Looks like you're holding an inquisition.
It's not an inquisition. It's called questioning. I don't give a platform to anyone.
You are asking the Indian government to hold Pakistani side responsible.
You see, in our democracy,
judgment, aren't you?
in our democracy, the media has a right to ask the questions.
You have no democracy with 2,000 people massacred in Gujarat.
We are a democracy, and I have every right to ask my government.
That's so bizarre.
I have every right to ask my government. You are not clearly comfortable with a free media. India has a free media, and a free democracy, and we are proud of it.
Sounds like a joke.
Well, that is your view. You can keep your view to yours. I shall keep mine to myself. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me on that debate. Thank you.